What's up, Bronco Nation? I'm Evan Sanford, and today I'm joined by Karter Davis and Chase Glorfield, and we are the Bronco Country Roundup.
We're back,
and
baby.
We are back from a nice little hiatus. I believe Chase took a vacation to Florida.
Sure
I
did.
climbed a mountain, and Karter studied for a test. What a letdown.
Yeah.
Florida does not have any mountains, I noticed.
No, isn't it? Oh wait, no, never mind. I was confused. There's a town in somewhere in North America where it is like sinking on average like 3 inches a year. Or
Is that
something
New
like
Orleans? I don't know.
Yeah, I forget what it is, but there's a city like fans, viewers, where we've got our first comment thing. What city is sinking? So there you go.
Leave a comment. It's probably New Orleans. They're below sea level anyway. Anyways, sorry. Yeah.
We know you guys missed us in our little tangents here.
True.
Well, it has been a month of recruitment, so we're going to talk about that. We had some fun little Phil Steele preseason, Mountain West preseason All-American honors. We're just going to talk about that for a little bit. But the main segment today, the real meat and potatoes of it, is the Pac-12. Finally, we got information. Now, we didn't get everything, but we got information on that. That's going to be our main segment. But we're going to just start with recruiting because I actually lost count of how many commitments we got. And we got, 2 decommitments. We lost that tight end and we lost a quarterback. So we had
quickly replaced.
Quickly replaced. We got like 14 or something commitments in the time since our last episode. So what we plan to do is we're gonna I'm gonna read them to you guys, and then Chase and Karter, they're gonna give you some highlights here. So I want to give each and every recruit their a little bit of a shout out if we can. So we'll start off. We got Beckham Hoffland, a tight end out of California. He committed on June 13th. And then, oh boy, today's commitment. Oh no. Really hard to Chase, actually. Today's commitment. Any chance you could help me with that one?
Yeah, let me look at it real quick. We got a nice Polynesian kid here.
Yeah,
I tend to say everything with a Spanish accent.
Yeah,
but it's a Iosua Faleangafua. We'll go with that.
Ooh, well done. Okay. Well, then next is Paz St. John, defensive lineman out of Liberty. Oh, and sorry, I skipped our last commit there. He's an offensive tackle out of California. Then, of course, we touch back into the Pacific Northwest here with Hakeem Smalls, offensive
who is not
tackle.
Small.
He is not small. He is 6'4", 255. That's a great name for an offensive lineman.
To add a lot more, too.
We have
sorry, go ahead.
Corey Webb Jr., 6'5", 225, out of Tonopah Valley, Arizona. Are we recruiting him as a receiver or defensive back?
I believe he's Corey Webb. I think he's an edge. I think he's an edge rusher is what they have him coming in as.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah. Well, then, never mind. I skipped one. There we go. Romeo Karter, wide receiver at Point Loma High School down in California. So another Californian. I believe that we have 7 commits from the state of California to just one kid out of Idaho, which we'll get to in just a minute because that's pretty fun story. Next, we've got Jacob Arbuckle, athlete out of California.
Then he's coming in as a cornerback, as a DB, I believe.
Oh, there we go. We got Cole Cronin out of Nevada, offensive tackle, 6'6", 255.
Stolen right out from under Reno, Nevada's nose. So
big boy.
You'd love to see it.
Then, of course, we've got, oh boy, okay, at least I can pronounce his first name. It's Deuce Alefa.
This one's harder.
Lula.
Alailefa. I don't know. That one's harder.
That. Anyways, defensive lineman out of Alaska, 6'1", 288. And please do not judge my pronunciations. Rayshawn Jones comes to us out of Baker City, Oregon, wide receiver. Then we got Let's see. I wanted to save him for last, actually. We got Jackson Taylor, our Bryson Beaver replacement quarterback out of California, Thousand Oaks. And then last but not least, the legacy weapons grade ginger, Ryan Brecky, tight end out of Meridian, Idaho.
Gotta love your weapons grade gingers.
Oh, I love that. That's a commitment video where he showed like all the little clip of his dad.
I thought that was awesome.
That was so cool.
You know, when that offer came in, he was there. The whole family was just out of their mind.
Oh yeah.
Excited. Oh, for sure.
Yeah. That was a commit on the spot. Don't even have to think about it.
Yep.
Like, love that. Well, Karter, I'll pass it on to you. Who are you really excited about? There's a lot to be excited about, but who kind of caught your eye?
Yeah, absolutely. So I got 3 guys. And of course, I picked the 2 guys that have the hardest last names that we've gone over. So because you already said them, I'm just going to say the first names of them. But first, I'm going to start with Rashawn Jones, wide receiver coming out of Baker City, Oregon. Only has a few offers, but I believe he won. I think he had some all-conference or maybe player of the week out there. But I think he just looks like a good athlete, 6'1", near 200 pounds. Had offers from Boise State, Wazoo, and Oregon State.
He reminds me of Khalil Shakir. Like, not gonna lie, like his skill set, just the way he runs routes.
Yeah, and I'm just excited because he's coming to the Valley. He's coming to the Valley for his senior year. I believe he's going to Rocky Mountain. I've heard on the board that it might be Boise, but I've seen multiple people say Rocky Mountain. So I think that's just exciting to have a kid coming in, high-rated kid. You know, the staff are close. They can, really keep an eye on him, make sure he doesn't get any last-minute interest. So I just think that's a huge thing.
Camp out in his front yard. Absolutely.
Exactly. Also, I think we just struggle with wide receiver recruiting sometimes. A lot of diamonds in the roughs, or really receivers don't work out at all. Kind of the why we're in the position we are right now. So I think just any high-rated receiver is awesome to have. Second is Deuce, long name, defensive tackle from Alaska.
Long name.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do that. I just think it's exciting to get him because getting kids from Alaska is hard because it's just a league where not a lot of kids come out of. I lived in Alaska multiple years. It's just there's not a lot of recruitment there. There's a lot of good players. So to be close to a 4-star and to be the top-rated kid in that state, I think it's truly a diamond in the rough. And if you watch his tape, he just mauls offensive lines. So I think he's going to be a huge recruit for us. I honestly think he's underrated because he's in Alaska. If he was in California, Texas, something like that, I think he'd easily be a 4-star. So I'm excited about him.
And he's going to have no problem playing in the snow.
He's going to be sweating profusely. It's going to be too warm for him.
Oh, yeah. So I think he's just going to be built for this program. And lastly is the commit from today, Iosua. I think that kid is just going to be a beast. If I remember right, he's only 16 years old, and he's 6'5", 280. And also, I think offensive linemen are just chronically underrated as a position group. I mean, Jax Tanner, the top kid in Idaho. I mean, he's not even a 4-star. I'm pretty sure he's an 88, and he has offers from, every team in the country. I believe his top 4, if it's listed on 24/7, if not, at least the top 4 by 24/7 is Michigan, Oregon, Tennessee, and one other, BYU, I think. And the kid's not a 4-star. And he has these offers. So I think offensive lineman, critically underrated. This kid, he's an 84, but he had offers from Arizona. He had offers from, let me just pull up his offer list real quick. It's crazy that this kid, Arizona, Cal, Michigan State, Colorado State. Multiple Power 5s, and he comes to us. I just think underrated. Gonna come in, gonna have Tim Keene work with him for a few years, and I think he'll probably be a great player in the future.
Yeah,
absolutely. And Chase, before we get to you, I just want to say that there's gonna be like a running theme of some of these commitments, and that's speed, especially at the skill position.
Danielson and company, they've put that as a priority for these last 2 classes. Really,
they are tired of looking slow. So. Like a lot of track stars here, but all right, Chase, who caught your eye? Who are you excited for?
Well, there's one that I actually want to bring up that you didn't mention because he's not listed. He doesn't have a 24/7 profile, 24/7 Sports. It's Jaden Florenoi at
that's
Texas.
right. I saw that.
And so, like, I don't know. Someone needs to make a profile for him. Someone who has that ability. But he's from out of Texas. But that's not one of my guys. But that's someone I wanted to bring up. Jaden Florenoi. He committed a little while ago.
No, that's a good catch because I saw that on the board. They're talking about how he doesn't have a profile, and I know
Kevin has made profiles before, but I think he's kind of,
Yeah.
Anyways, so I'm going to bring it up because Karter didn't. But Jackson Taylor, our 4th quarterback commit of the class. If you want to talk about people with ridiculous offer lists, look at this. Arizona State, Auburn, Colorado, Georgia, Kansas State, Louisville, Minnesota, Ole Miss, Oregon, Pittsburgh, Texas A&M, Vanderbilt, Indiana, among others. Now, some will say, like, so why has his recruitment cooled off in the last, few months, last year or so? I don't know the answer to that. But I do know that tells you that they saw something in him when they offered him a year ago, however long ago it was. And to have a guy like that available for your 4th quarterback commit of the class after two have decommitted is very impressive. I'm excited to see what him and Traden Bessinger can do, and we'll see what happens. Chances are one of them is going to transfer out at some point.
Yeah.
But I'm excited about Jackson Taylor and see, because there's a lot of potential there,
I think this is what you have to do at the quarterback position is try and recruit multiple, knowing that like the loser of the position battle is likely going to transfer. If by some miracle they don't, you will have truly found like a gem for your program, and those guys are going to make each other better. And
I think it goes deeper than that too, because we lost out on Bryson Beaver, right? He decommitted. And some of these other guys you don't win out on, they may be in the transfer portal for you in a year or two.
Yeah.
Right. So you don't want to, F you, I'm burning that bridge, right? You have to keep those relationships positive because you never know. You literally never know.
You have to start recruiting other teams' rosters. Like, we look
without tampering, no tampering, not
tampering. No. We tamper away here. It's okay if we do it.
All right. The other two I'm excited about, and this one is interesting, is Corey Webb, who I think he's 6'5", 225 coming in, I think is an edge. He's from Tonopah Valley, which I just Googled this, has a population of about 1,938 people.
Wow.
So we have a small town star who I'm sure it just absolutely dominates anyone and everyone at that level of football down there in Arizona. I'm excited about him. Pure athleticism. He's raw, like some of these other guys with high potential that we've talked about. But I'm excited about him. And the other one I'm excited about, the new one, I was going to say Rashawn Jones, but Karter took him, so we'll roll on. Jacob Arbuckle from Hemet, California. You guys ever been to Hemet, California?
Nope.
It's didn't even know it was a town.
Yep.
It's up in the high desert area. It's dry and hot. So the lush greenness of the Boise area is a big draw for a kid from Hemet, California. And I think he's going to be a stud at cornerback for Boise State. So
far, a lot of talent. Spencer Danielson and co are lighting it up right now. Now we'll see. It's like kind of, as Chase has aptly put it in the past, it's like get them to commit early, get them on campus, build that relationship, and then hold on for dear life. And
18 commits with Jaden Florenoi in June. Is impressive.
That's stupid how awesome that is. And they just continue. They bring in guys on visits, and we'll keep you updated as we go. But like this was, it was all Karter and I think we're joking in our chat. Like the day we announced that we were going to go on hiatus, there was like 3 commits.
Yeah, I think it was like 4 that day, wasn't it?
Like,
I think it was.
Are you
4.
Serious?
Yeah.
Okay. Like perfect timing. Maybe we ought to go on hiatus more often, and then
just for the betterment of the team.
See you guys in a month. No.
Yep.
Yeah. We'll land a 5-star. That'll be good.
There we go.
Now Before we move on to the next segment, it is worth noting a lot of uncertainty right now at the Blue Turf Board, which is where we primarily post. It's how we met each other, and it's the home of the podcast. Obviously, we post on YouTube, and then we'll post on Twitter and all that good stuff. But at its core, this was made for the Blue Turf Board. And we don't really know what's going to happen with that. Starting July 1st, it's under new ownership, and we have no idea if the new manager is going to want us to continue to post on the board or not. We fully plan to continue just posting our own YouTube channel. We might have to go by a different name, so we're kind of speculating a little bit. If we have to change our name, drop some fun ideas in the comment section below. Give us a new name. Let's have a naming contest. Best name, best non-offensive name. We might end up rolling with
in an innuendo kind of way.
I was gonna say, as long offensive to just Karter.
There we go.
It'd be hard to find an offensive name for me. I promise you that.
Well. Anyways, viewers, we will keep you updated, but we're going to continue to post. We are more or less back from hiatus. We've still all got our various travels and plans for the summer, but we have to celebrate 1 year of podcasting and 1 year of, maybe this is the last time we call it the Bronco Country Roundup, but 1 year of the Roundup. Like, we put this together, and it's been really, really fun. It's been a really good support group, and I've really enjoyed working with you guys, getting to know you guys, and interacting with the community just a little bit more. No one really follows me, and that's fine. It's fine.
Well, and we don't have any additional information other than what you all know. We know it's getting new ownership July 1st. It won't be broncocountry.com anymore because Kevin still owns that domain. It's going to get a new name, still under 24/7 Sports, and so we don't know what's going to happen with our podcast. We're planning to keep doing it, but where it's going to be posted, that's what's up in the air.
So follow us on Twitter, get more updates there, or chances are you probably already follow Karter or Chase and just not me.
Get this man followers. Let's go. Those are rookie numbers. You got to pump those numbers up.
All good. All right, moving on. More fun stuff. We have Phil Steele, which that is one of the only hard copy magazines that are worth buying these days.
Yeah,
because he does just incredible research into all the teams, contacts the coaches, and spends countless hours slaving away to put together his preseason preview predictions. And how often is he right?
There's been so many times he's named a guy on Boise State's roster that people are like, who? That has this huge breakout year because he talks to the coaches. Everyone else just copies and pastes whatever Phil Steele does, but he's the OG. He's the guy that gets the deeds, gets the information.
And in an age filled with AI slop, Phil Steele, he keeps it real. Didn't mean to rhyme there. Go check it out.
Yeah, he's great.
So anyways, I'm just going to run down the list of names because there's a lot of names on here. We're going with the all-Mountain West team. I'm just going to run it down, and then Karter, Chase. I want you to tell me, who do you guys think is poised for the biggest breakout year? Out of these names, who do you think would crack an All-American roster? So, real quick, we got on the first team, Maddox Madsen, Sire Gaines, Latrell Caples, Matt Lauder, Mason Randolph, Roger Carrion, Cage Casey, Braxton Feely, Jaden Virgin Morgan, Marco Notriani, Amarian McCoy, Ty Benefield, and the long snapper Mason Hutton.
Can't forget the long snappers. They're important.
I love that. On the second team, we have Hall Schmidt. And on the third team, we've got Chris Marshall, Jeremiah Irby, punter Oscar Doyle, and kick returner Dylan Riley. So, boys, I just listed out a lot of names right there. Karter, Chase, I'll open it up. Who do you think of those names I just listed, who do you think is most likely to land on an All-American roster?
obviously Cage Casey because he is on a preseason All-American roster.
Yeah.
That's the obvious one. Are we looking for a not so obvious
would know
one?
that, and you fans would know that if you bought Phil Steele's magazine that Cage Casey was listed on a preseason All-American roster.
Yeah.
If I had to make another choice, it would probably be Matt Lauder.
Yeah.
Only because I think the running back room is going to be very much by committee. Yeah, it's going to be by committee. And I think that's going to force the offense to be more pass heavy. And because we don't have the receivers, at least we think we don't have the receivers that can kind of be to the level that we need, I think we're really going to rely on Matt Lauder this year, especially in the red zone. Short yard
be a security blanket, man, for sure.
Yeah. I think Maddox and him have a good chemistry going on. So if not Casey and Casey +1, it would be Matt Lauder.
For me, I would go with the New Mexico Mauler, Roger.
You took mine.
Sorry. That man, if he can stay healthy and not, break his leg and stuff, he is a nasty, nasty interior offensive lineman. If you're a D tackle or a nose tackle trying to go against him every play, that's just no thanks. He's nasty. He's a kind of a dark horse contender there for me. Sorry, Evan.
Oh no, well, I was gonna say that I believe we are going to be replacing Ashton Genty in the aggregate. And how do you do that? You have to have an awesome offensive line. That's not just the left tackle. That's the interior. I think Roger Carrion is an absolute beast. I think he's poised to be another NFL draft pick when his time comes. And so I think Roger Carrion he'd be my next guy. If I had to pick someone else, this is purely going off of performance in college football 25. I used Sire
Good base
Gaines.
to use. Good base to use.
I ran for like 2,800 yards and like 62 touchdowns with Sire Gaines. So we're running with Sire Gaines.
There's a lot of expectations for him. I know he showed flashes, but it's
for what it's worth.
If he can fill those expectations, it'll be fun to watch.
I did win back-to-back Heismans with Sire Gaines, so I'm just saying my expectations are pretty high.
Nice.
I honestly, if he does break out the way we think he can, I perhaps like a second or third team All-American. The only other name I can think of that I might throw in there is Jaden Virgin Morgan, but we'll have to see. He'd have to elevate his game.
I have him written down, but I mean,
he's going to be the guy on the D line for sure.
Yeah.
Can
I'd
reach
say
that
probably
level?
First team all conference, but I mean, if we're going All American, that just has to be another level above Hassanin, which I mean maybe, but.
Yeah.
Now, before we move on to the Pac-12, guys, feel free to jump in on this, but I just feel like Chris Marshall is poised to be the breakout candidate of all the names that I listed. Like, really have a breakout
Does he actually
season.
exist?
Yeah. That's the thing. I think he has the potential to, but I mean, the guy, I don't even think he's played a full game.
It's got to come together. Yeah.
I think
he's
he needs to be on the field for more than a few plays for me to get excited about him.
But I think the talent is there. He's had a full year in the system, a full offseason, a chance to rehab. I think we need him to step up. I think he's I'm not talking All-American anymore, but of the names that were listed, I think the most likely for a breakout, Chris Marshall.
Yeah, I think overall breakout, I think would be Chris Marshall, but that's just with a huge asterisk because the guy was out all last season with injury. God only hoping that the injury is healed now. But I mean, I don't know. I just think there's so many questions with him. It's just hard to put him on there.
We saw that one clip when they were inside him in the Ashton Genty stand-up Michael Myers stance, and he took a handoff and he looked good. So let's keep him that way. Keep him in bubble wrap until the season starts.
Yeah, hopefully he's not like our Percy Harvin.
Oh yeah, Percy Harvin. That's a blast from the past.
I just watched a Golden Tate interview where he talked about that, so that name was fresh on the mind. Anyways, moving on. Pac-12, big news. we are we are staying at CBS. Yay!
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 Sucks. Stupid.
Yeah, we get it's not the worst network.
I mean, I'm just gonna start diving into it. I mean, CBS is fine, but I hate CBS Sports Network with a burning passion.
Of 1,000 suns, I'm with you.
Of 1,000 suns.
So and I had a little crash out about it today, and then I started thinking like, okay, there's other media partners. Assuming if Boise State doesn't get picked up for a CBS game, because the contract said at minimum 3 national games. So if Boise State starts going on a run, there could be multiple CBS games, especially home games. But my logic was like, if there's 3 other media partners coming down the pipe, it would take a disgusting game for especially a Boise State home game, but just a Boise State game in general to drop from CBS, assuming ESPN, TNT, CW is in the mix, to drop through all those layers to get to the bottom pit that is CBS Sports Network.
Hey, at least we get to hear more of Aaron Taylor.
Oh.
No, that's
but
he's quotable at least. He's quotable.
Yeah. Well, I think the game most likely to fall into that pit would be that home game against Eastern Washington.
And that I get.
Yeah.
But even a Boise State home game, I think there's a reason Fox and Boise State made a separate deal for all the home games.
Yeah.
I truly think even a game like that will garner more interest just because of the Boise State name and it being on the blue than Colorado State versus an FCS school or Utah State versus an FCS school. Not by much because it's an FCS school, but just enough to stop it from falling into the depths of hell that is CBS Sports Network.
Yeah,
I'm with you. And Karter, you have a point there, but it's interesting because I think the Mountain West, the remainders of the Mountain West, and the new Pac-12 were probably competing for that CBS bid or whatever it was, right? So in a way, it's a good move by Gould, the Pac-12 commissioner, to nab that spot. Because where's the new Mountain West going to go? Where are their games going to be played on, right? Like if you're
they could Twitch stream.
Yeah, they could
YouTube TV might just give them an exclusive package.
Hey, what did I say earlier? Like they could stream on like
Amazon or something.
I said Amazon Prime or some crap like that.
I mean, yeah. Honestly, it would probably be a lower tier CBS. I'm pretty sure Conference USA is on CBS, but like even their championship game is CBS Sports Network. Yeah. So that's what I imagine. It's like if it's ESPN, they're going to be relegated to ESPNU and ESPN Plus. If it's CBS, the best they'll do is CBS Sports Network, unless like a UNLV gets ranked
Fox,
high
FS1 and FS2, like right?
Probably like, FS2, maybe FS1 on a good day.
And the Pac-12, there's still 3 or 4 more media companies that we don't know about yet. So it's not finalized. Like obviously CBS Sports is going to be the main one. But,
this is the big one.
There could be some ESPN, some Fox, some CW, some TNT's getting a hold in the sports.
Because they lost their NBA contract or their NBA rights. So
let's get Charles Barkley and Shaq talking about college football. Let's go.
Yeah,
I'd be into it. So that's why I don't think CBS is as bad. I think it was a tactical move by the Pac-12 to kind of undercut the Mountain West, and because there's so many other media partners coming in, there's only so many games, and these people are coming in to get some of these games. So it's going to be slim pickings for, I think, CBS Sports Network, which is good.
Yeah. Top to bottom, I can't say it's that bad. I can't say it's that great either. It basically is a better version of what we had in the Mountain West. And it kind of like with a little bit better payout, and we'll see what the incentives are. But like even that is worth it. It betters our position. It's very whelming. I wouldn't say it's underwhelming or over. It's whelming. I'm whelmed. We'll see. But this absolutely murders the Mountain West a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I expected. I guess I was just hoping CBS would be more on the wayside and it would be more ESPN, but I get why it's not. But yeah, if you undercut the Mountain West, you get about the same as the Mountain West with higher media payout, and these other media partners start paying a few $100,000, $1 million each. I mean, you get more money for about the same thing you had, maybe a little better.
Breaking down the details, it's through the 30-31 season, right? So that's a 6-year deal, and that includes the Mountain West the Pac-12, Pac-12 football championship game, the basketball tournament games, and who knows what happens after that. And part of me is like, Boise State, part of its rise to what it is now is because of ESPN, right? When they were in the WAC and all those weird Sunday games and Thursday games. I think there was a Wednesday game in there at one point too.
Oh, sure. Probably against Louisiana Tech or something like that.
On ESPN is that got eyeballs on Boise State. And then as Boise State won, it got more interest because of there. But when Boise State was pulled from ESPN, the new partnership, like ESPN only talks about the SEC and the teams that it shows on its broadcast, right?
Boise State barely gets mentioned, if at all.
Yeah, so part of me is like, but I also hate what ESPN has become, this talking head, let's see who's the biggest idiot for views, and we're going to show some games from time. I hate what it's become. I don't know.
Yeah. ESPN as a network is not doing as well as it used to be, and
it's like clickbait for your eyeballs.
Yeah,
and your ears,
I wasn't sure if I should mention it or not because it seems a little bit unsubstantiated. But an argument I saw in favor of the current deal over ESPN or some of the others is that it seems that this deal prioritizes exposure over maximizing how much money you can make. If you go with ESPN, then these teams are looking at these later time slots, like the Pac-12 after dark, all that stuff.
Which is still going to happen, right?
But yeah, we're still going to have some closer to 8 o'clock time slots and all that, and that's all well and good. But it looks like for the most part, they're trying to prioritize exposure and getting better time slots for their programs over just maximizing how much money they can make, which, again, who is watching CBS Sports at 3 o'clock? So, again, it's an imperfect argument.
Yeah, I get the idea behind ESPN hating what they've become, but I think ESPN has become what it is because it's so popular. And if you really think about it, whose game day gets watched the most? It's college game day.
ESPN.
It's ESPN. Yeah. And then it's, I think, very much, I don't know the exact numbers, but big noon kickoff, I can't imagine with them going to Penn State, Michigan, and Ohio State 8 times out of the 12 weeks of the season that they get a lot of viewership. Does CBS even have a game day show?
Not that I know of.
I truly don't know.
They need to get one. Get Booger McFarland.
Maybe. I mean, that might be what happens. They might piece together a game day show because of
Inside College Football or whatever they call it.
It could be, but I think I would have preferred ESPN out of nostalgia. And even if it's a lower payout, the exposure is higher. People go there for college football. I go there for college football. I don't go out of my way to look at Fox, CBS, TNT. I go to ESPN. So I get the reason the deal was done, but it's just ESPN gets the eye. So I hate what it has become. But if ESPN was the leader of it, I would be more excited than I was.
Yeah, and I think Evan's right. You have to give up something to get something else. I don't know if there's going to be a perfect yes, check all the boxes thing. They're going to have to give up something to get something else. And maybe in 30-31 when that ends, who knows? Maybe Fox comes back. Maybe ESPN is really chomping at the bit to get Pac-12 back. Yeah, well, maybe there's something new we haven't even thought about in 6 years,
And we have the opportunity to really establish ourselves as the premier conference of the West Coast. Really have that foothold, that time slot, because all these West Coast teams like Washington, Oregon, they're competing in the Midwest now.
Yeah, they're flying to Happy Valley, Pennsylvania to play Penn State and stuff.
In my mind, weirdly enough, because I live here in Washington, the Huskies, they're a Midwest team now. in my mind. That they're
Doesn't that
not
feel
even a
weird?
Northwest team. Yeah,
It just feels
it's a
weird.
Midwest team. They don't play in this time slot hardly ever. They play in that Midwest time slot.
And when they do play, it is like 8 a.m.
for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're kicking off at 8 a.m.
Yeah, I've
in
seen
the Horseshoe in Ohio
this last
State.
season. There was like at least 2 or 3 games in Seattle that were like 8:30 kickoff time. It's like, that is disgusting.
You are like priming me up for like my little rant here. Like, oh, thank you, because I for one love early. Give me like a Friday night. Yeah, give me a Friday night game, or give me Saturday morning at like 8 a.m. Like, get up with your coffee. Oh my goodness, I'm up at like 5:30 anyway, just naturally. I just wake up. So like, get out of bed.
Do you take a nap at 8:30 like an old man or what?
No, I just go to bed.
Oh, I'm up at 5:30, but it's time for my morning nap. It's 9 o'clock. I'm just teasing you.
I got stuff to do, man. So like, I want to enjoy my game, but you know what else I want? I want it over with, not in the prime hours of the day where I need to do stuff. I could be like running errands, doing yard work, or just exercising, whatnot. Like, I want it at the bookend. So give me Friday night and let us have a smug Saturday while we enjoy the other college football games.
I do enjoy a smug Saturday.
Or give me Saturday morning, 8 a.m., and then so I can watch my game, and then I can go do my stuff, and I don't have to pretend to be interested in what happens in the SEC.
There's a childhood thing where, like, it's no longer Saturday morning cartoons. It's Saturday morning college football.
Yes.
There we go.
Yes. I want my Saturday morning college football.
Give me my sugar-filled cereal, and let's go.
Well, sugar-filled cereal, a coffee, and just like, oh, yes. It'd be great.
I'm with you, Evan. I have this problem where I want as much college football as I can get. The season's so short, right? 10 o'clock, I'm in Mountain Time. 10 o'clock a.m., games kick off. I'm scrolling through all the channels. I don't want commercial breaks. I'm going as much football. And then I have this time where I stay up till 1:30 in the morning watching Hawaii play San Jose State. I don't care who's playing. I want college football. So if they could start earlier, I'm with you, Evan. Like, I'd be like, at 9 o'clock? All right, let's go.
I have this weird thing because Boise, that's my game. I'm not watching any other game. I'm not quad boxing Boise. Boise is my game. If the commercials come on, I'm not flipping it because I don't want to mess with the stream because it's going right now. It could get glitchy. I ain't messing with that. Boise's my game. But like when I'm not watching Boise State, I got the quad box. I'm flipping channels. I'm not watching a commercial. It's lovely. I want to maximize that. I want my game when there's no other games going on. And then when the other games are going on, I want all 5 or 20 of them on my screen.
I'm probably quad boxing it, and I have YouTube TV up on my phone to watch a 5th game. So
I don't want to see a single commercial. Well, at least when I'm watching other games.
Yeah.
So that's just me. That's my soapbox. Jeremiah Dickey, if you're watching, like, don't be afraid. If you see even 7 a.m. on a Saturday morning.
No, I will not.
I would do that.
Well, what's hard about that is they have to 3 hours early at the stadium, an hour before that to get up and get ready. So that means they would be at the
go
stadium
to bed
at 3 in the morning.
No,
I refuse. Go to bed.
I would honestly protest. I would not go.
Well, the first Fiesta Bowl season, when Peterson his first year, I think they played San Jose State at it was a 9 a.m. Mountain Time kickoff or something like that. And that game, that was when Ian Johnson punctured a lung.
I still remember that. I remember they put a balloon inside of a skeleton on the sideline, and they punctured
to show what
happened, as if people don't understand.
That was one of those games where Boise State should have hammered San Jose State, but because of the time's not the only thing, because of a lot of things.
Was that the 43-42 overtime?
No, that was like a Nevada. It was like a 17-14 or like a really close. It was like 24-21 with a game-winning field goal.
It was 43-42.
But yeah, part of the time partly contributed to that. But weird stuff happens when you have those early kickoffs in weird places like San Jose State, where you have dozens of people in the stands. It's just a hard places to play.
Oh, you know what? Fan question. What is the earliest and was the latest you would be okay with the Boise State game kicking off? How about we'll make it interesting. What is the earliest and latest that you would be okay with for a game that you had to attend? See, I'm still on board with 7 a.m. I'll get my fanny out of bed. I'll get my coffee. I'm good.
It was 23:20, by the way.
23:20.
Annoying.
Well, let me edit this. That's poor grammar, guys.
I'll answer the question.
Earliest and late. I could do 6 a.m. In fact, during a clinical rotation, I had my very first patient. I don't know, my CI was a psycho, but very first patient at 5:30 a.m. So you have to be like in the clinic and ready to go and deliver healthcare at 5:30 in the morning, which I mean, a lot of inpatient people do, but for an outpatient facility, that's early.
I mean, earliest has to be 8 a.m. only because I did go to the 8 a.m. Thanksgiving games. So, but I mean, if it was 7, even then, I don't know. Because I hated going to that game so much. Latest would be like 9 o'clock, 9 p.m.
Mountain time.
I love night games. I was raised off of those night games. Yeah. Prime Boise State time was when it was 8:30 p.m. kickoff. The entire game was under the lights. If we had that schedule with like the LED lights we have now, my God.
The LED lights are amazing.
I love them, but we can only use them for like half the game because now we kick off at 5 because people have things to do the next day. It's weak. I want 7 and 8 o'clock kickoffs where the lights are on the entire time.
Karter, you just sent me down memory lane because there's a certain mystique about it, a fall day. Like I'm talking early October where the sun is down, but still kind of warm. There's that fall smell in the valley, that like sweet, crisp smell, almost grainy in a way. And then you've got all the not the smoke, but the smell of all the tailgating and the barbecue. So it creates kind of this haze over the stadium.
For me, it's the roasted sweet almonds inside the stadium mixed with the smell of whatever tire is coming off of the smell of the tires in the turf in the field. That combination, that to me is
peak
the
Boise
stadium.
State football.
Oh, I can smell it now, and I'm just nostalgia, man. Let me tell you.
We're going down a fields trip right now.
But I'm with you. So my problem. So here's a little bit about Chase Glorfield here. When I played basketball in high school, and I sat on the bench, I hardly played. I used to throw up before every game because I was so nervous, and that's lingered with me. I'm way better now. That when Boise State plays, I just get these nerves, and so waiting for a 8:35, 8:45, 9 o'clock p.m. kickoff, I'm just like all day. My emotions are all over the place, and I'm mean to my children, and
I'm mean to my children.
Those late games are hard, but at the same time, there's nothing else happening, right, sports-wise. So, like, as many eyes are possible outside of maybe the East Coast, people are watching. So
and it's nerve-wracking. Like, I remember the game, like, against, what was it, like, Oregon? We had to kind of sit around and wait for that. Like, I had so much nervous energy. I'd exercise beforehand. I had to go on a second run just to, like, get myself to calm down a little bit and just be like, it's okay. You know, we're going to make it. And, it's insane. I want the game, and I want it now, and I don't want to have to wait.
Yeah. That's why I really like the Smug Saturdays. You win a game on Friday night.
Oh, yeah.
You wake up Saturday.
Yeah, you don't got to worry about it. You can just watch games. Yeah.
Smug as crap because you already won.
Sweatpants and just arms behind the head, just like peasants.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Don't got to worry about it.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we've gone on a tangent, so I guess that must mean that we are all said and done for today's podcast.
I like our tangents.
Oh, I love our tangents. That's what makes us us. Viewers, we will be back. We're still kind of we're not going on hiatus again, but we're still trying to figure out what our schedule is, working around.
If some big news drops in the next week, who knows? We could be back. If it's too, you never know. We'll keep you on your toes. How does that sound? Yeah, we're going to keep you on your toes for now, but a hiatus is done and we're back and we're looking forward to it. And it's been just about 1 year of the Bronco Country Roundup, so we're going to have to celebrate. All right, without further ado, thank you so much for listening and have a good night. Go Broncos. Go Broncos.